Sometimes life hits all at once. Stress, responsibility, disappointment, uncertainty, everything just starts adding up. And before you realize it, you are carrying a weight that feels heavier and heavier every single day. You might be trying to stay strong on the outside, but deep down inside, your mind feels exhausted. And during moments like these, it is so much easier to press that quit button and forget about everything you care about. And that, my friend, is the most dangerous action to do. In a world that often feels overwhelming, finding ways to manage stress and anxiety and protect your well-being is so crucial. But what if getting through tough times actually starts with something much simpler than you think? Sometimes it is the small habits that makes the biggest difference. In today's video, I'm going to reveal to you 3 simple habits that have helped me get through the tough times. And I am only sharing these with you, hoping that they can help you get through the toughest period of your life. So, with that being said, let's dive into it. Now, before we get into that, let me give you some context. I'm going to share these 3 habits on a scale from the very beginner level all the way to more advanced. Beginner means that anyone can start today. Advanced means that it takes a little bit of consistency and discipline to stick with. So no matter where you are on that scale, I have got something for you. Let's get into the first one. And this one requires nothing but a decision to step outside. And this habit is spending time in nature. Now, think about the world that we are living right now. We are constantly surrounded by noise, notification, devices, screens, deadlines. All of these hit our mind at once. We spend our days buried in this kind of notification system. We go to bed with our mind still racing, processing everything we learned, everything we consumed, everything we missed, and everything we still need to do. But the truth is that our mind has never been designed to handle all of that non-stop. And that's why spending time in nature matters so much. Studies shows that spending time in natural environment lowers stress and also calm your nervous system. When you spend time in nature, the problems that felt impossible begins to feel more manageable. You start to think more clearly. And when you think clearly, you know how to handle what's in front of you. And that's why it is so much important. And by the way, when I am talking about spending time in nature, I don't mean some crazy trip or some like 24-hour flight all the way to another part of the world. No, I'm talking about some quick or some small walk around your neighborhood or some local park or some nearby trail. I'm talking about some small walk around these kind of places, and these are accessible to anyone. And by the way, calming your mind externally is only one part of the process. The next step is learning how to process what's inside of your mind, and that's where the second habit comes in, and that is journaling. Journaling is the practice of writing down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. It has been used for centuries as a tool for self-reflection, self-expression, and personal growth. Journaling is not about being poetic or perfect sentences. It's about getting your thoughts out of your head onto a page, because what's trapped inside us often feels far more overwhelming than what's actually there. So when you go through a hard times, what you are carrying stays locked inside. Emotions you don't know how to say out loud, or thoughts that keep circling around with no way out. But journaling gives those things somewhere to go. It creates a safe space to express what you're feeling without fear of judgment or consequences. because most often you might not feel comfortable sharing it with your friends or family, but when you write them down, something interesting happens. Your thoughts slow down, the chaos starts to organize itself, the emotions that felt like a storm start to take shape. And by the way, writing does not magically solve your problems, but it creates a safe space, a space to reflect, a space to express what you're feeling, a space to reconnect with yourself. It also helps you recognize some patterns over times. What triggers you, what situations drain you, how you've handled hard times before. It also teaches you something that you might have forgotten, that you have gone through some difficult times before and you are still here and you are still alive. So you don't need some special notebook or even a right words to write. Just get something and write. Write what you're feeling. Write what happened today. Write what has been sitting on your chest so far. So now, once you've created some space in your mind, there's one more step, and that step involves your body. And this is where we are talking about the third habit, and that is exercise. Now, once you've created some space in your mind, there's one more step, and that involves your body. And this is where we are talking about the third habit, and that is exercise. Now, before you think that this doesn't apply to you, let me be clear that you don't need to be an athlete, you don't need to be a bodybuilder, you don't even need to be in shape. Almost any form of movement can act as a powerful stress reliever. This isn't just motivation talk, there's a real science behind why it works. The thing is that when you exercise, your brain increases the production of chemicals called endorphins, specifically a chemical called beta endorphin. These are your brain's feel-good neurotransmitters. They boost feelings of happiness and reduce feelings of pain. And research has also found that exercise increases other brain's chemicals that boost your overall mood. And the benefits don't stop there. When you exercise, so basically exercise increases and improves your overall health and sense of well-being, which means more clarity, more energy, and a strong foundation for getting through hard days. When you move your body consistently, you are not just relieving stress in the moment, you're building that kind of mental and physical resilience that makes difficult seasons easier to survive. The best part is that you don't need a complicated plan to get started. You just need to pick what you love, do, or pick a movement or exercise that you enjoy. That could be running, that could be walking, that could be jogging, that could be dancing, that could be cycling, that could be swimming. Any form of movement that you love, you can pick that. The point is that you do it consistently so that they relieve the stress that you are carrying. So the point isn't intensity here, the point is consistency. So the movement you love is the movement that you will keep doing, and that is the point. When you put all these three habits together, that's where the real shift begins. Life doesn't always give you a warning before it gets heavy, but now you have three powerful habits to come back to no matter how hard things get. So step outside and let nature quiet your mind. Open a page and let journaling clears it. Move your body and let exercise release what you've been carrying so far. So if this video helped you in any way, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and share this video with someone who needs it right now. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.